your personal and cultural values. Which VITA program are you most interested in? VITA for coaches, VITA for leaders, or VITA for couples?
I like that. Oh, that was good. Okay, good job, Esmeralda. The next thing I have to ask you is about your Inspirata program. Can you tell me more about that?
Can you tell me more about the VITA program? Give me all the specifics.
Of course, our program called VITA Programs offers professional development packages customized for different audiences, but with similar core benefits. Here's a breakdown of the variations. 1. This is a 90-day program designed to help coaches grow their client base, income, and influence. It includes advanced development, strategic mentoring, action plans, community access, challenges, personalized coaching, and 24/7 support. 2. This program focuses on leadership development and business.
Okay, so it's describing the right things, but it's not conversational.
I'm interested in the VITA program. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure, I'm happy to explain more about our VITA programs. Our program called VITA Programs offers tailored development packages for different audiences, focusing on both personal and professional growth. For coaches, we offer a 90-day program aimed at growing your client base, increasing your income, and expanding your influence. This program includes advanced development strategies, strategic mentoring, actionable plans, community access, personalized coaching, and 24/7 support. For leaders, we have a leadership development track that focuses on building stronger teams and enhancing business growth.
What's going on, beautiful people? Okay, so I got a quick one for you. This is actually just editing a prompt. So all we're really doing at the end of the day is we're taking the prompt and we're editing certain parts of it without really a full idea of which parts we had to edit. We pretty much just take the prompt that we're working on, we enter it in Claude. We also give it the transcript of the call outcome that we didn't necessarily love, and then we just have a little conversation with Claude, basically seeing if our buddy can help us edit the prompt in an effective way. We also use something called XML formatting, which, just in case you don't know, go to the Anthropic API documentation, you get down to the prompt engineering section right here, you'll actually find a lot of helpful information on how to better prompt AI. And it doesn't just apply to Claude, this actually applies to a lot of our language models, the things that they talk about here. One specific strategy we're actually using from these docs is the use of XML tags. Pretty much this is just something you can use to section out parts of your prompt to make very clear and detailed instructions for what you want the AI to do. We utilize those just to give you some background of actually, that way you can have a better understanding of what's going on in the video when we get there. It's very effective if you just want to make sure that the language model you're talking with has a very clear understanding of what's going on. XML tags are huge. I won't dive into them too deep right now, but just so you know, go to the Anthropic docs. Huge help for me. If you want to know more about it, you can literally go here, copy the whole thing, Command A, and then you can literally just slap this into a Claude, literally a Claude chat, and just be like, hey, Claude, can you explain? You just paste it in there, and then you can just turn your voice mode on. Hey, Claude, hope you're having a beautiful day. I actually copied this from your API docs, and I just want to know a bit more about what XML tags are and how I can better use them. Can you give me some examples of what are some use cases for XML tags? Can you give me an idea of how to most effectively use them in my prompts? You just put that there and you press enter and you go. And what's going to happen is Claude's going to do its work, and it's going to now be helping you understand. So pretty much anything in the Claude docs, anything ever, you can do this, of course, but you can pretty much just do this to better understand when you would use XML tags. So I'll let you do that yourself. I'm actually going to read what the output said, but please go try that. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Read it over. You will learn a lot of the ins and outs of prompt engineering just off of these documents, and they apply to more than just Claude, like I said. So anyways, that's what's going on in this video. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, you know where to leave it. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Cheers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to copy this whole thing. And we're going to go to Claude. Yo, Claude. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for being here with us. we're going to do some prompt work. What I've given you now in this moment is the prompt of a Vapi AI agent. This is a agent basically where we are working with a client, and this is the prompt in Vapi that is for a voice calling agent, okay? Just to give you the context of what the hell's going on. So what we're trying to work on right now is we're fine-tuning this prompt for a better conversation that is more human-like, okay? The specific part that we are struggling with, and I'm going to give you some details about what the client has said that hopefully you can help me with. In one of the calls, basically it was not following the prompt. It started listing in like number format, basically the description of one of the programs. If you think it'd be helpful, I can give you the transcript of the exact call that I'm referring to, where it was me testing it. If you think that it would be helpful, just let me know. If you think that would be helpful, I could possibly do that. What we're trying to avoid is the AI agent basically describing the program in like bullet format, meaning like it'll say, oh, our Vita program is 1, XYZ. It does this, this, and this. 2, also does this, this, and this. Obviously, I'm just giving you like a description, but like where X, Y, and Z is, there's literally actual content. You'll see that in the prompt what it's supposed to say. But we don't want it to go 1, XYZ, 2, XYZ. Instead, what we want it to do is be like a human, and we want it to conversationally say, oh, our Vita program offers this great benefit for you, or our X, Y, and Z program does this great benefit for you. We're going to talk a little bit about that now. Here's the price later on, right? Stuff like that. We want it to be human-like. We want it to flow like a real human conversation. We don't want it to sound like an AI, because an AI typically goes 1, description, 2, description. That doesn't sound too good. We want to flow. We want it to be a statement of the conversation followed up by making the programs more of a prescription to the caller's problems. So I'm overloading you with a bunch of my thoughts right now, so that way you can have a full idea of what I'm thinking. So that way me and you can work on this prompt together. What I do not want you to do not take this prompt and output a whole other version of the prompt. I'm not talking to you right now, so that way you can recreate this prompt. Do not recreate this entire prompt. Do not. What I want you to do is I want you to guide me on improving this prompt together. I want you to help me gain insight to the best of your abilities, so that way we can improve this prompt together. I will ask you questions, I will ask you for guidance, and I will ask you what you think we can do to make the sections of this prompt better. Take the prompt in, understand it, so that way you can help me do this. And let me know again if you want that call transcript, if you think it'll be helpful. The transcript is probably not call wanting to be helpful. I understand what's wrong. Meantime, I notice a few areas. The example response template and conversation approach sections have good intentions, but more explicit examples of conversational transitions. The pricing guidelines section has good language about natural conversation, but we might need to make these instructions more prominent or explicit. We might need clearer examples showing the difference between AI-like responses, which we want to avoid, and human-like responses, which we want to encourage. So we're going to go and now give it the transcript of said call, which is this one. Got my contact. And we're going to go to our notes. AI transcript. Cool. We're going to paste. Yo, Claude, what up? I've given you the transcript. I want you to expand more on the thoughts that you gave me earlier. The thoughts you were giving me seemed to be actually pretty helpful. I also want to throw another idea at you. How much would XML formatting on this prompt help? Would it be beneficial at all? Be completely brutally honest with me if that's going to be even slightly helpful. Just to give you an idea as well, the language model handling this call is GPT-4o. So let me know if XML formatting is something that is supported by GPT-4o. AI slipping into numbered list format when describing program details and pricing despite the prompt's instructions to maintain conversation flow. Here are my expanded thoughts and recommendations. When asked about the Vita programs, the AI responded, here's a breakdown variations followed by numbered points. When discussing the Riri program, it again used numbered list. The AI is correctly using the required phrase our program called program name, but then falls into a non-conversational format immediately after. Strengthen the do not list instructions. The current prompt is good with intentions with statements like don't tell the programs, bullet lists. But we need to make these instructions more explicit, prominent. Consider adding a dedicated prohibited formats section that explicitly forbids numbered lists, 1, 2, 3, bullet points, using phrases like here's a breakdown or here are the options, using transition words, first, second, third. Provide explicit bad versus good examples. Add a section with side-by-side examples showing the Vita program includes 1. Coach's variation, 2. Leader's variation. Our program called Vita add transition phrase requirements. Create a list of required transition phrases that the AI must use between descriptions. What's special about this program is many clients have found that this connects beautifully with your goals because the essence of this program centers around strengthen the conversational instructions, add more explicit instructions about maintaining a natural conversation flow. When describing multiple aspects of a program, separate each aspect. Regarding the XML formatting, for GPT-4o, XML formatting could indeed be helpful, but in a specific way. Rather than restructuring the entire prompt as XML, I would recommend using XML tags to highlight the most critical instructions in the conversation flow. Creating dedicated forbidden patterns. Forbidden pattern. Okay, Claude, I like your thinking. Now, I want you to consider the prompt because you do have full context of it now, and I want you to go ahead and use what you know about the prompt, the entire structure of the prompt, and I want you to, again, do not recreate the entire prompt. Do not output an entire prompt. That we are trying to work on specific areas one at a time, and I want you to guide me on where to insert the fixes at. I will go and put the fixes myself, but with your guidance. Wherever you think the XML formatting will be most helpful, I want you to go ahead and create the XML formatting based off of what we spoke about. You mentioned the recommendations. The first recommendation you gave me was the do not list instructions, and then you gave me basically a list of things on how the conversation should not be. And then you also had bad versus good examples, and then you told me to add a section with side-by-side examples showing a bad example of listing and then a good example of how to conversationally go through. And part 2 of your response, or in section 2, number 2 of your response. And number 3 of your response, you said add transition phrase requirements. And then you went on to describe those you went on to give me those transition phrases. I want you to include those in their own section. And then you said strengthen the conversational instructions. You also went on to say add more explicit instructions about maintaining a natural conversation flow. We're actually going to skip number 4 for now. Do not include that for now. And then whatever you think belongs in XML formatting, I want you to go ahead and include that. For things you don't believe need to be in XML formatting, don't include it. If you think it all needs to be in XML formatting, please do so. And show me at which parts of the prompt I should insert this XML. You have the entire prompt. So describe to me where this section should be at to be the absolute most effective. Insert right after the program name. So I think the rest is going to be a little bit too much context. Like that's, okay, these 3 is what I'm thinking about. These 2, we're going to leave those for now. That's just way too much context to add. So we're going to go put insert right after the program names instruction section before program descriptions. So prohibited formats. Right after the program names instructions. We're going to go back to our Vapi prompt. We're going to go boom, boom. Prohibited formats. Okay, insert this into example response template for programs after the example response template for programs or services section. Example response template. We're going to actually get rid of this. I don't see the point in having emojis in here. Add transition section after the conversation approach and before pricing conversation. So after conversation approach. We're going to call this guy, we're going to call this gal, I should say. And we're going to see how the conversation goes.
Hola, Andan, soy Esmeralda. ¿Cómo puedo ayudarte?
Yo, what up, Esmeralda? Hope you're having a blessed day. I just want to know more about your programs. Can you describe to me what programs you guys offer?
I notice you're speaking English. I'll continue in English for you. Glenda Lee has created transformational journeys for Latina entrepreneurs like yourself. Our program called Vita Programs helps women scale their businesses while honoring their unique gifts. The Vita programs offer personalized pathways for different goals. For coaches, we've designed a 90-day journey to help grow your client base while staying true to your unique gifts. Many leaders also find tremendous value in our leadership development track, which helps build stronger teams while honoring cultural wisdom. Another great offering is our Mensa Harris affiliate program, where you can earn commissions by promoting Glenda Lee's program. This program has 3 tiers: Marquise Mensa Hera, Countess Mensa Hera, and Duchess Mensa Hera, each with different commission levels and requirements. Is there a particular area in your business or personal development that you're looking to focus on right now?
I'm interested in the Vita program. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure, I'm happy to explain more about our Vita programs. Our program called Vita Programs offers tailored development packages for different audiences, focusing on both personal and professional growth. For coaches, we offer a 90-day program aimed at growing your client base, increasing your income, and expanding your influence. This program includes advanced development strategies, strategic mentoring, actionable plans, community access, personalized coaching, and 24/7 support. For leaders, we have a leadership development track that focuses on building stronger teams and enhancing business growth while integrating cultural wisdom and modern business strategies. For couples, there is a relationship enhancement program that not only strengthens your relationship, but also focuses on your professional growth together. What makes this program special is the personalized attention and the community support you'll receive throughout your journey. The unique benefit you'll discover is the comprehensive support that ensures you're not just growing your business, but also aligning it with your personal and cultural values. Which Vita program are you most interested in? Vita for coaches, Vita for leaders, or Vita for couples?
I like that. Oh, that was good. Okay, good job, Esmeralda. The next thing I have to ask you is about your Inspirata program. Can you tell me more about that?
Thank you. I'm glad you're interested. Our program called Inspirata Publishing Program is designed to support women in writing and publishing their books. It offers different levels of guidance depending on your needs. The basic option provides essential guidance and mentorship, available for $846 as a one-time payment or $399 monthly. If you're seeking more comprehensive support, our advanced package offers additional resources at $1,447 with a flexible payment plan of $599 monthly. For those wanting the complete experience, our Pro package at $777 monthly provides full support from the concept to the published book. The essence of this program centers around turning your vision into words, with mentorship throughout the writing process, overcoming creative blocks, and full publication support. What I love about this particular program is how it empowers women to amplify their voice and authority through book publishing. Which option aligns best with your publishing goals right now?
What are the options? Just give it to me briefly.
Of course, our program called Inspirata Publishing Program comes in 3 versions. Basic Essential Guidance for $846 one time or $399 monthly. Advanced, more comprehensive support for $1,447 one time or $599 monthly. Pro, full support from concept to published book for $777 monthly. Which one feels most aligned with your goals?
Cool. Actually, I just want to be sure and double check about the Riri program. Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. Our program called Riri Program is designed to revitalize professional journeys, helping participants reimagine their path to success and embrace personal growth. The program focuses on reflecting on your current path, rediscovering your passions, and re-energizing your goals with a fresh perspective. Many women find that this approach helps them break through stagnation and reignite their drive. The Riri program offers strategic mentoring, personalized action plans, and community challenges. Clients often tell me they appreciate how this program provides a supportive space for transformation and renewal. We also have Riri Plus, which offers additional resources every 3 months, and the virtual retreat.
Off there. Okay, cool. So what we did today, just to be 100% clear, ladies and gentlemen, is we just basically took a AI voice agent, which we love our AI voice agents, but sometimes they just sound too much like AI. And we want them to be conversationally transitioning in a human-like way to make it more seamless for the end user, which is the caller. What we did, just to 100% review everything, is we went to Claude. I literally gave it the entire prompt, and I said a bunch of stuff to it that I'm going to make sure is included in this video. And I described to it what my mission was. I literally said, hey, do not recreate this prompt. We're going to edit this prompt together, okay? That's what we're going to do. And I described to it what issues we wanted to fix, what issues the client wanted fixed. Excuse me. And basically, every little detail that was just coming to my mind that I had to spill out, okay? We brain spilled on this thing. And it kind of gave me some feedback of what could be improved. I don't want the AI to say the program name and then go, 1, the program does this, blah, blah, blah. 2, the program also benefits blah, 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 blah. 3, the program, it sounds very AI-like. We want to basically get rid of the AI-sounding conversational elements that this agent was presenting to our callers. So we broke down, we gave that call transcript of that test call, and I specifically told Claude, I said, hey, Claude, here's the issues we're facing. I've given you the transcript. I've given you my thoughts. You know what I'm trying to do now. And I also threw in this idea because in the past I've had experience for laying out an XML formatting, instructions, specific instructions using XML formatting. What is XML formatting? When you see this, okay, look at what we're doing here. We have critical instruction, open, critical instruction close. This is XML formatting. Within this, you give it the instructions you're wanting to give, okay? What this does to the LLM is it says, here's this thing about this specific thing. I want you to do this specific thing and follow these specific instructions when faced with this specific thing. That's a very general, broad overview, but basically it's very specific instructions for very specific situations. Very specific rules to follow throughout the whole conversation. Pretty much anything. You can put an entire prompt in XML if you want to. You don't necessarily have to. In our prompt, it is not fully in XML, but the parts we fixed today are, because I want the LLM to see this and go, oh shit, that's important, I'm going to follow that instruction. That's what XML does, is it makes the language model able to better process what the hell is going on, especially when you have a big crazy prompt like we have here, which we want to improve in the future, but we're focused on this right now, so that's what we're focused on attacking. And I just, again, conversated with Claude. I said, hey, it basically said what it thinks we should do. Once I gave it the transcript of my call, and it had an idea of what we were trying to fix, it gave me some recommendations. It gave me, it told me to strengthen the do not list on the prompt. It told me to give more bad versus good examples. It told me to give transition phrases, which we saw played a huge role in how smooth that call felt. Like, we actually have a pretty big list of transition phrases. And then it said to strengthen the conversation instructions. And then regarding the XML, I asked specifically, I said, do you think XML formatting is going to be a good or a bad idea? Should I do it? It said, yeah, we should probably try it. And I think it worked pretty well. Everything in the XML formatting, it followed to a T. So it worked. And then I basically just said, okay, cool. Give me the changes we described here, at all the changes it was describing. Boom, boom. The things that I liked. I was literally telling Claude, hey, I want you to go and put do not list instructions in XML format. I want you to do the good versus bad examples in XML format. I want you to do the transition phrases in XML format. I want you to do strengthen the conversation instructions in XML format. I said just to do it all in XML format for me, because now it has the prompt. Now it has a transcript of a real call that I did with it, and it has really good context to make some really good shit. So that's what we did. So we come here, and it gives me the XML output. I took the exact outputs that I want. I actually took 3, okay? The 3 that I think were the most important, the prohibited formats, meaning don't do numbered list, don't do bullet list, avoid using, it basically on this prohibited format, it says never present program information in these formats. It says, attention, language model, attention, here's an XML format, attention, prohibited formats, right? It looks like code, kind of. So the language model is able to process this really fucking good. So what it does is it says, don't do numbered list, don't do bullet list, avoid using phrases like here's the breakdown or here are the options, using sequential transitions, first, second, third, doesn't do it, starting sentences with 1, 2, etc., using colons followed by list. This is big, because what you don't want your AI agent to do is to speak as it comes back from the language model. Because, again, we're using Vapi. It's pretty easy to get lost in the very basic UI that Vapi has. We're putting in a prompt. A lot of magic is happening behind the scenes. What's really happening is it's calling to the language model you have plugged into it via the code. And what it's getting back before it goes into the speech synthesis that the user hears, okay, because it's hearing what is coming back from the language model in speech form, what they're getting is a lot of AI output. So when the AI starts to sound robotic, it's because it's using lists, it's using numbers, it's using bullets, it's literally speaking those things. So we've prohibited those formats entirely. The language model will not output that no matter what now. We added this section, the good examples versus bad examples. Language models need examples. So we literally gave it we gave this XML format exactly. I took out the emojis because I don't want emojis in my prompt. I don't think it's helpful for the language model, so I didn't include those. I took those out. Everything else stayed. Avoid this format. We avoided the colon. We avoided the 90-day program grow client. We don't want the AI to say Vita for coaches, 90-day program to grow client base, Vita for leaders, leadership development. No. Instead, use this conversational approach instead. Our program called Vita Programs offers personalized pathways for different goals. For coaches, we've designed a 90-day blah blah blah. It's a conversation. It's a statement. It is a presentation of ideas rather than this. This right here is great for a Twitter post. Really easy to digest. I can see everything I need. I can read what I'm interested in. But in conversation, you're not sitting here going, Vita for coaches, 90-day program, Vita for leaders. No one talks that way. We talk with flow. We talk in statements. We talk in questions. We have a flow about us. The AI is talking like it's a Twitter post. Goes great on Twitter. Does not work in an AI conversation. Does not work in a human conversation. Okay? So we've given it basically, do this, avoid this. Do this, avoid this. And in XML format again. And then the transition phrases. This was a huge fucking key difference. I love this. I'm going to be using this probably for every AI agent in the future. This is fucking great. Transition phrases. Always use natural phrases in between questions. If you go back and listen to that call we had, it uses, and I almost took out some of these, but I'm glad I didn't. I think all of these are necessary because it plugs these in at several different parts of the conversation. It just rolls off beautifully. I'm so amazed that Claude actually did this shit. This is fucking great. Because look at what it does. Many women find that this approach helps with them, blah, blah, blah. So as it has this specific thing it's going to say, and then it rolls into the rest of the statement. And it's specific to our client. Our client works with Latina female entrepreneurs. That's their target audience. So look what it's saying. Many women find that this approach helps with. What makes this program special is the unique essence of this program centers around. The unique benefit you'll discover is. And then it goes into the conversation. This resonates particularly well with entrepreneurs who, I fucking love that, man. It's great. I did not include this, although now that I saw how good it worked, and I hope that our client likes it as well, I might look to see more about these. I did not include these. These are pricing guidelines and example service of program workflows. Congratulations. We did a good job. Thank you for sticking around. We're going to keep working on this. Keep at it, boys and girls. Love you.